Let's take one example on loop analysis or mesh analysis. Find power delivered by the dependent source. Use mesh analysis. Here the circuit is given. We supposed to calculate power delivered by the dependent source. So in this circuit, here there is a 100 volt independent source and we have 10 IA dependent source. It is current dependent voltage source. We supposed to calculate power delivered by this dependent source and is said to use mesh analysis or loop analysis. To find the power delivered by the dependent source, first we should find all loop currents. So using mesh analysis, let's find I1, I2, I3 loop currents. I1 is the current flowing in this loop, I2 is the current flowing in this loop, and I3 is the current flowing in this loop. By applying loop analysis, let's calculate I1, I2 and I3. Now apply KVL to loop I1. Let this be A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Loop I1 is nothing but A, B, C, D loop. We'll start from the voltage source. Here 100 volt is equal to, move along with the direction of I1, drop across 5 ohm resistor is 5 I1 plus then I1 flows through 15 ohm resistor. We can observe here in 15 ohm resistor current I1 is flowing as well as current I3 is flowing. I1 and I3 are opposite to each other, as I1 is flowing from B to C whereas I3 will flow from C to B. So voltage across 15 ohm resistor is 15 I1 minus I3. Then I1 flows through 10 ohm resistor. In 10 ohm resistor current I2 also flows. So voltage across 10 ohm resistor is 10 into I1 minus I2. Minus because I1 and I2 are opposite to each other. Plus 10 I1 minus I2. We'll simplify this. 100 is equal to 5 I1 plus 15 I1 minus 15 I3 plus 10 I1 minus 10 I2. We'll simplify this further. 100 is equal to, we have I1 terms 5, 15 and 10. So it is 5 plus 15, 20 plus 10, 30 I1 then I2 terms, there is only one I2 term, that is minus 10 I2, and I3 term is also 1, that is 15 I3. We'll call it as equation number 1. So this is our first equation. Apply KVL to loop I2. So loop I2 is nothing but D, C, E, F, D. D, C, E, F, D. We'll start from voltage source, that is 10 IA. 10 IA is equal to, voltage drop across 10 ohm resistor is I2 minus I1. 10 I2 minus I1 plus then voltage across 50 ohm resistor is I2 minus I3, that is 50 into I2 minus I3. We'll simplify this. 10 IA is equal to 10 I2 minus 10 I1 plus 50 I2 minus 50 I3. Now here we can observe that the current through 50 ohm resistor is IA. In 50 ohm resistor, current I2 flows as well as current I3 flows. Therefore, now I can say the value of IA is equal to I2 minus I3. IA is equal to I2 minus I3. Therefore, I'll substitute IA value here. 10 I2 minus I3 is equal to 10 I2 minus 10 I1 plus 50 I2 minus 50 I3. I'll simplify this further. 10 I2 minus 10 I3 is equal to 10 I2 minus 10 I1 plus 50 I2 minus 50 I3. I'll simplify this further. I'll send I2 term and I3 term on right hand side. So left hand side I'll make it 0 is equal to I2, and this I2 will get cancelled, or I'll write it once. 10 I2 minus 10 I1 plus 50 I2 minus 50 I3. This I2 will come this side, it becomes minus 10 I2. When this minus 10 I3 comes on RHS side, it will become plus 10 I3. Therefore 0 is equal to, here the I1 terms are minus 10 I1, I2 term this 10 I2, and this 10 I2 will get cancelled. And we have another 50 I2, that is plus 50 I2. Now I3 terms are minus 50 I3 plus 10 I3, that is minus 40 I3. Now we'll call it as equation number 2. Apply KVL to loop I3, which is nothing but BG HECB. Therefore, in this loop there is no any voltage sources. I'll call it as 0 voltage source is equal to drop. I'll start from here. Drop across 25 ohm resistor is 25 I3 plus, then current will flow like this. It will flow through 50 ohm resistor. Drop across 50 ohm resistor is 50 I3 minus I2. Then the same current flows in 15 ohm resistor, that is 15 I3 minus I1. Here minus I2 because I2 and I3 are opposite to each other, and here minus I1 because I1 and I3 are opposite to each other. We'll simplify this further. 0 25 I3 plus 50 I3 minus 50 I2 plus 15 I3 minus 15 I1. 0 is equal to minus 15 I1 minus 50 I2, and remaining are I3 terms, that is 25 plus 50 75 plus 15 90 plus 90 I3. We'll call it as equation number 3. Now I'll continue here solving equation 1, 2 and 3. Keep the calculator in equation mode. There are 3 unknowns as we have 3 equations. Coefficient of I1 in first equation is 30, I2 is minus 10, I3 is minus 15 and voltage value is 100. In second equation, coefficient of I1 is minus 10, I2 is 50, I3 is minus 40 and voltage value is 0. In third equation, I1 coefficient is minus 15, I2 is minus 50 and I3 is 90. Voltage value is 0. So it gives I1 is equal to 6.06 amps, I2 is 3.636, I2 is 3.636 amps and I3 is 3.03 amps. 3.03 amps. So these are the loop currents, that is I1, I2 and I3. Now let us find the power delivered by the dependent source. The question is power delivered by the dependent source. Here the dependent source is 10 IA and we know that the power is equal to voltage into current. Here the voltage is 10 IA, that is dependent source. 10 IA into I is current flowing in that loop, that is I2. We'll substitute the values. P is equal to 10. IA is nothing but I2 minus I3. I2 minus I3 into I2. Therefore, P is equal to 10 in bracket. I2 value is 3.636. I3 value is 3.03 into I2 value is 3.636. Therefore, the final power delivered by the dependent source is 10 into 3.636 minus 3.03 into 3.636. It gives 22.03 watts. 22.03 watts. So this is the power delivered by the dependent source, that is 10. Thank you for watching.